I know and me personally have been impacted extremely negatively since Trump's inauguration. We are currently living in a fascist dictatorship. I live 10 minutes away from a concentration camp. If you look it up, I'm sure you live similarly close to one. It's insanely dystopian how we are living in our country right now. And he's not just going after illegal aliens, he's going after basic human rights. He's going after people who came here for a better place because that's what America is all about. He's ostracizing trans people, he's denying women abortions. It's just an insane political climate to be living in, and he's not fit to be president at all. It's terrible.
I think there are three big main figures when it comes to why this movement is so important. And it starts with why it's all happening. ICE shouldn't have any type of military access. They shouldn't be allowed to patrol and militarize our city streets. And they shouldn't be able to kidnap and pick people and citizens and kids and mothers and fathers right off the sidewalk just due to their accent or their color of skin. It's not right. It's judging someone just based off how they look, which if we're thinking about it, is racist. It's racism, and it goes on daily in our country, not just with our ICE force, but with our police force. And I feel like with ICE, it's been used as an excuse to carry out that form of racism. And it hurts our community, it hurts the people around us, and it takes so much away. I think ICE has implemented a huge human rights, like just chainsaw to the middle of how we should be treating people, you know? That people shouldn't be beat down, people shouldn't even be killed. Why is it that we've had so many deaths connected to ICE? Why is it that we've had so much injury and hospitalizations and honestly horrible pregnancies and restriction of abortions in these detention centers? And just to know that I live 10 minutes away is horrible. People shouldn't be treated like this. We shouldn't have such a big injustice. And if anything, if you want to argue that these people are criminals and that they deserve to be put through this, you can at least all agree that in America we deserve due process. We deserve a proper justice system, and we deserve for people to be able to use their voices to stand their ground. People should not be picked up and thrown out like a piece of trash, because humans are not trash. We are the human race, and that is the human race. We're all one and another, and we shouldn't be treating each other like this just because we're colored. You know, we shouldn't be treated like this just because we have an accent, and we shouldn't be treated like this just because of where we come from. I am so proud of the people who came here, and yet people see them as illegal aliens. And that's hurtful, because that's where I come from. And that's what this country was built on, was immigrants. People who come here looking for a better future. That's how this whole country was colonized, is people looking for a future, immigrants looking for a future.
Right.
And I feel like in our society, the children should be prioritized.
Yes.
Yeah. We all recognize why we have to be here, right?
Yeah.
There has been a wave of violence and discrimination and racism and honestly, patriarchy, totalitarianism. It's horrible, and we should not live in a country where democracy is put first. We are the people. We lead this movement. So let's fight for immigrant justice. Let's fight for people of color and their justice. And let's start getting our energy up. I'll have more to say, but I want to have our speaker take a turn.
single day because of the socio-economic situation back home that forces Filipinos to leave to look for better jobs and a better life for their family. This means that Filipinos are leaving and separated from their families back home and come here. And they face a lot of the same problems of lack of jobs, lack of pay, and also fear that we see in their schools. They're unable to pay attention in class because they're scared for their families being taken and being separated again. And we should not have to face these conditions, right? Yeah! Families need to stay together. And so really it's so important for our communities to really come together and really fight because it's really the power of the youth. Even though youth can't vote, the youth is the future. And the youth need to come and fight for their future. Because we cannot allow these administrations to continue to attack our communities and continue to oppress us.
The people united will never be defeated. 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 The people united will never be defeated.
Trump, escucha, estamos en la lucha.
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 Okay, we are here today because there's a lot of things going on that should never be happening in our country, and it's very disappointing that the youth has to step up and make movements when the people who are running our country cannot do that themselves.
Yes, so many people are uninformed about what is going on right now. There have only been 11 reported deaths on the news, but people are dying every day in modern day concentration camps. Call it what it is. These are not detention centers, these are concentration camps. They are shackled at the wrists, people are getting raped, people are getting killed, people are getting beat, and it happens every single day. There is only one detention center in all of Washington. That is for everybody getting taken by ICE in Washington. They only get one concentration camp to go to. It's inhumane, it's disgusting, and people need to talk about it.
I came out here today for my family, for my friends, for people that are scared to just live when it should not be like that. I'm here for my people and to stand up for my people that don't have a voice because it got stolen from them. I'm here for anyone else who thinks they don't have a voice and think that they can't do anything because they can't. I'm here for people who are scared, who are scared to stand up because of what might happen to them. I have friends, I have immigrant friends, immigrant family members that are not here today because they are scared, and that is not okay. People should not be getting their rights taken away. It was never about politics or anything else. It's just about human decency, and this is not okay.
Hi, my name is Raya. I came out here because I'm the daughter of an immigrant. This country was built off of white people and immigrants. Everything you do in your daily life involves immigrants, and you need to show up and show out, and yeah.
Alright, as a half African American and African American presenting person, my people have been here for generations and have built this country from the bottom till today. And I think that it's the right thing to do to stand up for the people. Everybody's oppressed right now, and everybody needs to help fight for their community.
And fuck ICE.
And fuck ICE. And
Fuck ICE.
Yeah, I'm here because I am a revolutionary socialist with the Freedom Road Socialist Organization, and I think it is badass and inspiring to see the students and the youth showing up to fight for immigrant justice. You know, we see immigration terror happening all over our country, and we know that it's a symptom of national oppression, the national oppression of Chicana and Chicano people in the Chicano nation of Aztlan. And as an anti-imperialist, as a socialist, we know that working class liberation and national liberation are united as one, and all of our collective liberation, from students to immigrants to workers to women and queer people, all of these things are connected. We have a shared enemy in the monopoly capitalist class, and only through uniting together can we win.
I believe that talking about it will bring awareness enough. When you're silent and when you're complicit, it's not going to help any situation because you're just letting it happen. When you talk about it, when you fight against it, when you post about it, when you even just talk to your friends about it, it'll help because you're not being silent. You're not just letting it happen. So talking about these issues and making sure that you fight against it and do something about it will really help.
I think our voice is important during this time because we hold the future in our hands. All of the decisions that we make going forward will impact us as we grow up, and will not just impact us personally, but will impact older generations too, not just the young ones, and people who haven't been born yet, like younger and younger and younger.
There's a really obvious source to where all this hate and discrimination comes from, and it all stems in racism. And racism stems in our government, in our system, in our laws, in our constitution, you know? And we can't keep letting it pass by and excusing it just because it's legal or it's the right way or it's our religious belief or it's how we're raised. We need to realize that there is a solid moral ground that we all start at, and that is what should apply to everything. Your moral ground shouldn't have to do with what book you believe in. It shouldn't have to do with how you were raised. It shouldn't have to do with what shape the clouds are in the sky. It should have to do with whether in your heart it feels right to mistreat another person. And that's just about it.